Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Excuse me. Today we are going to be testing out the Presto My Joe single cup coffee maker. Basically what it is a manual K-cup, like a Keurig. It basically what you do, I did get some K-cups for this demonstration. You get the pod, you have, this is the base. You put the pod in the base, snap it in. This is the water reservoir. You can either heat your water up like I'm doing here, or you can actually put water in this and put it in the microwave if you're at home and do it that way. You have options of making a 6-ounce cup, 8-ounce, or a 10-ounce. Then you just put that on there, lock it down, and then as soon as our water gets hot, we will set it on top of this, add the water. This is the plunger mechanism. It's a pretty simple deal. And it just goes on to make sure you get it tucked in there all the way around. Make sure you got a good tight seal. And then you just slowly squeeze the water through the K-cup. I'm assuming the slower you get it to go through there, the stronger the coffee is going to be. I can't swear to it, but I'm going to try that just to make sure. I mean, I know kind of how strong an 8-ounce Keurig cup is, so I'm going to try to go a little slower and see if that'll make it stronger. I'll get right back with y'all quick as this water gets hot, and we'll see what it comes out like. All right, everybody, welcome back. Turn this fire off here. I do believe our water is plenty hot. Get around here to these graduated lines. We're gonna do a, we're gonna do a 10-ounce. I'm gonna set this bad boy up there because it is hot, hot, hot. All right, we're gonna get our little plunger mechanism in here where it's supposed to be. Make sure we're all sealed up. Now, this thing is supposed to fit on the majority of coffee cups, but it is almost small for this one, but I think we're going to be able to swing it. So anyway, here we go. Put a little pressure down on it. Real easy. Now, I'm sure you could do this a lot faster. I'm just going slow, trying to get a little stronger cup of coffee out of the deal. It seems to be working like a champ. You know, sometimes a guy just wants one cup and that's it. This would be the perfect answer to that problem. It also comes with a little cup of its own, similar to, looks like a K-cup pod, but you can add your own coffee to it and put that down in its place where I have that K-cup. And, you know, that way you save a bunch of money. I think them K-cups, even if you buy them in bulk, they still end up being about 50 to 75 cents a piece. So it'd be a significant savings if you did it yourself. All right, kids, that is it. We have successfully brewed 1 cup of coffee. Ooh, a hot cup of coffee, but it is good. Tastes good. All right, so I guess my final thoughts on the Presto My Joe coffee pod manual coffee maker. I think it's pretty neat. So I suggest you give it a try. I think I looked today and they were about $24 on Amazon. So if it's something you're interested in, Amazon has them. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Hopefully you just caught that video where I put the old Presto My Joe through its paces. And you know, I guess I wasn't thinking. I am on a camping trip. Excuse me. It's more of a deer camp of sorts. That's what I'm doing up here, is spending a little time in the tree stand doing a little deer hunting. But you know, it's still hot. It was blazing hot today. I was here, I guess I got up here about 4 o'clock this morning, a little after 4. Got in my blind, and it's about just before the sun came up. It started getting warm and got warmer and warmer. And man, it's just been blazing hot all day. I went and sat this afternoon over in another spot. The sun was right on me, cooking me. It is, personally, it's not quite the right time for deer hunting to suit me for sure. But there is quite a large number of deer on this property, so now I did see some today. They were just a little bit out of reach. You know, with my crossbow, I'm comfortable at 60 to 70 yards, and they were outside of that for sure. So I didn't take a shot. I like to know that I got a killing shot if I'm gonna, you know, I don't want to wound something and spend, you know, the next 3 days tracking it, especially when it's this hot out. It's there's not much chance of the meat surviving if you don't find it right away. But anyway, probably not going to be a lot of exciting cooking on this video, I wouldn't think, unless maybe I do some breakfast in the morning. But I've got to figure out a way to light this area, otherwise the camera's just not going to pick it up. But anyway, I am going to get a fire going. I might I have some jalapeno cheddar brats with me, so that's something that's quick and easy and good too. So maybe I'll do that. Matter of fact, let me get a fire going, and I'll get back with y'all, and maybe we'll roast those bratwursts on the My Little Pony hot dog stick. All right, everybody, we're going to use this bow drill method one more time. See if we can't get enough fire to roast some bratwursts on here. All right, kids, another fire successfully put together here. All right, we're going to give this a minute to catch up. I'm going to finish drinking that cup of coffee that I made in the Presto My Joe coffee maker. Get that taken care of and do a few things around here, and then I'll bring y'all back when it's time to start roasting some bratwurst. All right, everybody, welcome back. I could not find my Rainbow Bright hot dog sticks. I just had to cut me an old green limb here. That ought to do the job just fine. Try to figure out a way to get 2 of them bad boys on here. Let's see. That looks like it'll get the job done if the old stick don't break on me. I tell you, I didn't plan on bringing any good food on this trip. I was just going to eat Viennese sausages and potted meat, but I grabbed these last minute. Anyway, it's been a pretty good day. Like I said earlier, I saw some deer. Whoa, fire and hole. Saw some deer, saw a ton of squirrels. Can't never find a squirrel when you want one, but when you don't want one, you can't find nothing but squirrels. There must be 80 million squirrels on this property, excluding me. But we'll give it another shot in the morning. Get out there and see what we can do. I have some really, really nice bucks on the game cam, but they did not come by me this morning. But it happens. You know, those bucks don't get old and big by being dumb. You know, bucks are really smart. Stick to the darkness and the really thick woods and brush, and they got their own thing going for sure. But anyway, even if we don't get a deer this trip, we're gonna have a nice camping trip, I would say. It's supposed to cool off a little bit tonight anyway, down in the 60s somewhere, probably 69 and 3/4, but I do have I'll probably regret not bringing my trailer with me and having air conditioning, but I do have a couple little USB fans back there that may assist in keeping me somewhat comfortable. Anyway, could be a lot worse. I can remember when I was a kid, there were a lot of times we didn't have air conditioning, and we really didn't know any better. Maybe have an old noisy box fan in the window or something, but we didn't always have air conditioning. Well, it sure is peaceful out here like this. We are pretty far back in the woods, but there is a highway not real far by the way crow flies, so every now and then you'll hear a big truck hitting a rumble strip or something, but for the most part it's very peaceful out here. Last time I was out here, the screech owl and coyotes were just having a field day. Very active night that night. It's one of my favorite things, listening to the coyotes and the hoot owls. Sometimes the silence is deafening. Get all those bugs chirping and owls howling, coyotes howling. Really pretty neat. I will probably cook these and eat them and then sit around the fire for probably an hour, so it's still relatively early. It's just getting dark a lot earlier now than it has been, but I'll probably sit around this fire for a little while and then go in and watch a movie, I guess. Try to fall asleep. I'm just not programmed to fall asleep this early, but I got up what seemed to be in the middle of the night this morning to get here in time to get in the woods and get on my stand before it got anywhere close to daylight. And I'll try to do the same thing in the morning, but if I can figure out a decent lighting situation, I will invite y'all to my breakfast cooking. Whoa. Oh, looks like another one of them hornet things. After being stung as many times as I've been stung in the last few weeks, a guy gets a little gun shy when something noisy flies by. Matter of fact, I start ducking when I hear an airplane. I'll tell you, I've been going through it with these stinging insects for sure. I tell you that slow push on that Majo through that K-cup, I think that was the ticket. This is stronger than when I make it at home and it just goes through at its normal Keurig speed. Pretty good stuff. That might make me not be able to go to sleep as quick as I really need to, but I don't know, being already here, it don't get daylight till roughly around 6 o'clock around here, so I figure if I'm on my way to my stand by 5:30, I'll be all right. It stays dark in them woods these are very dense woods. There's not really a lot of undergrowth and stuff. It's just kind of thick woods, so if it ain't good and light, you ain't gonna see far, that's for sure. That is for sure. All right, y'all, I'm gonna finish roasting these bad boys and carry on with my night, and I will get back with y'all in the morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope that lighting is enough. It doesn't, it's hard for me to see from back here whether it's working or not, but at any rate, I got some coffee water heated up over here. We're gonna try another one of these K-cup dealios this morning. Always make sure you got that lid down solid. I could see where that could cause you some pretty good problems getting that hot water all over you. Here we go, y'all. All right, I think that's a wrap. All right, kids, we got some coffee made here. I think my next move is going to be I'm going to hook some propane up to this cooker, and we're going to cook a little breakfast this morning, and hopefully have some bacon and eggs, or maybe some spam and eggs. We'll see what we come up with, but we're going to eat something. I'll get back with y'all in just a little bit. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's finally getting light enough to do a little cooking where y'all can see it too. Let me get this stove fired up right quick. Oop. About put my cart in front of the horse. Oh, I guess I did have the gas on. Got some hoot owls howling out there this morning. Turn that fire down just a little bit. All right. We got a little Black Label classic country style thick cut bacon. Yeah, figure out the best route into this. Oops. We can go with. But yeah. They have lied to me. They said it was thick cut, but it really ain't. That's unfortunate. I guess it's thicker than regular, but I tell you, I'm a big fan of the Wright's bacon. It's just, I don't know, seems to be better quality than most stuff that I buy. Although I don't remember if it was the last camping trip or the camping trip before that where we had Jimmy Dean bacon. That was really pretty good bacon in my personal opinion. I would probably do that again at some point. Oh, Jimmy Dean's all around breakfast meat guy these days. Although I'm not sure he's aware of it. I don't believe he's with us anymore. But anyway, got that done. Need to see if I can find a Ziploc to store that in. successful in finding a Ziploc. And this should keep it from getting bacon goodies all over my refrigerator. All right. I believe I'm going to cook a little Spam too. I think Sam is coming back this morning. He's in the process of building a framework for a future shed, and he's got some other plans for it over there, but I haven't panned around to that. That's Sam's project. I'm not really involved in that, but although today I will probably hang out and try to help him because, well, let me throw this away and I'll finish my story. So I'm pretty sure that I mentioned it in some other videos, but I've got my right shoulder is really messed up. I've got 2 torn tendons and a torn rotator thingamabobber. And so my appointment to figure out, I guess, when the surgery is to fix it is on the 10th of October. But as long as I don't move it certain ways, you know, I can get along relatively fair as long as I'm not doing anything strenuous. So I don't know if y'all are familiar with crossbows or not, but they're kind of hefty. And you know, I have one of the really small ones, but it still weighs quite a bit, a lot more than a shotgun or a rifle does. And so I've had to be very careful carrying that thing around, and really slow bringing it up to my shoulder, just because that whole motion is where most of my pain is. So anyway, long story short, yesterday I was down on the north end of the property, which has got some not really deep gullies, but there's a few dips you have to cross through to get to where I was going. And I was on my way down a downslope and I slipped, and just natural reaction was I reached out with my right arm and grabbed a small tree to catch myself. And when I did, apparently there's a price to pay for that, because my shoulder was on fire. And when I woke up this morning, it wasn't any better. So I really can't even get my crossbow up to my shoulder to hunt today. So that's why I'm here after daylight cooking this breakfast. You know, normally I would have just went ahead and cooked it this morning at 4 o'clock when I was out here making coffee, and then got on out to my deer stand. But today I'm not going to be able to do that. And I don't know, I may stay another day just to see if it gets any better and I can hunt tomorrow. But I really don't know at this point if that's something that can happen or not. That was hard to get along with. And I got Spam juice everywhere. Well, that ought to have flies everywhere here in just a little while. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get this bacon cooked up and then get this Spam sliced and then the skillet, and I'll bring y'all back in just a little while. Hey y'all, welcome back. Now, if y'all been watching my channel for very long at all, if you've seen very many of my breakfast videos where I do biscuits, you know I typically make my biscuits from scratch. But this trip, you know, my shoulder being all messed up, mixing that biscuit stuff and then cutting them out, it just wears on my shoulder to do that. So today we're going to have canned biscuits, and I got my Coleman oven all put together. I'm going to light a fire over here, and we're going to have some biscuits this morning. Get the old oven up here preheating. Whoa. It would appear that we're going to have some leveling issues apparently. But I think I can quickly solve that. Seems like everywhere I go I have some leveling issues. See if we can get proper placement here. All right, so we'll get this heating up. I'll get some biscuits in that pan and we'll have some breakfast at some point this morning. I'll bring y'all back in just a little bit. Hey everybody, welcome back. Breakfast turned out really good. Spam, bacon, eggs, and cheese on a biscuit. Kind of hard to beat that, really, I guess. Spam is a little salty, but other than that, it wasn't horrible. It was really good. And I've had about all the coffee one guy needs for a morning. You know, since my shoulder's jacked up and I can't really hunt right now, I'm thinking about packing. I've been here a couple days, so I'm thinking about packing this deal up and going somewhere new. A little change of scenery. I kind of like to do that. I don't really want to do the same old place all the time. Although it would be nice just to set up once and be done with it, especially with my shoulder being so bad. You know, it takes a long time to tear down and set up, but it's still fairly early in the morning, so I got plenty of time. Uh, I live quite a ways from here, but I can get my four-wheeler home, drop it off, and then head out to a new excursion, I think. So that's what we'll do. So I'm going to end this video right here. And thank you guys for watching. And I guess my final words would be nice to everybody. It won't cost you a dime.